Good morning, all. Hope you're able to hear me.
Yes, sir. Good morning.
So, any questions before we proceed? Yesterday, we discussed what do you mean by an operating system, controlling area, what do you mean by company in the enterprise structure, company, what do you mean by company code? What is the difference between a company and a company code? Which one is a mandatory one and which one is optional one? Any questions in that? Good to go. Okay, next one, right now, credit control area. Next one, credit control area. Credit control area. Credit control area, right? Credit control area is a mandatory component. It is a mandatory component. It is a mandatory component to implement. Mandatory component to implement credit management module. Credit management module. Credit control area is a mandatory component. Okay. Next, based on this, we can control credit limits. We can control credit limits. We can control credit limits at the time of sales order creation. At the time of sales order creation. At the time of sales order creation, comma, delivery posting, and billing document generation. Billing document generation. Billing document generation. Okay. See here, what is exactly credit control area? What is our role in credit control area? As we are saying that credit management module, we are going to use this, nothing but your SD consultant. Well, so as we are a functional FI functional consultant, okay, so what we are going to define here, we are going to define only the credit control area part, Okay, so whenever we are selling, see, as we know that in the current scenario, most of the transactions, most of the purchases and sales will happen on a credit basis. Clear? So here credit control area is nothing but we are going to define, okay, we are going to define what is the credit limit sales we are going to do a customer. Clear? Means understood. If I want to sell a credit sales to X, he requested for 1 crore worth rupees. Okay, so for example, he is requested for 1,000 or 1 crore product, on purchase. He want to purchase from us 1 crore product. So we don't give him directly whatever product he requested, right? First of all, we will check his credit worthiness. We will check the credit worthiness of the customer. Clear? Whether if we sell on a credit basis, right? Whether what is his payable capacity, right? What is his payable capacity? According to that, we will sell goods or services to the customer according to his past experience. Credit capacity, right? So there will be in each and every end user organization, there is a credit risk management team will be there, like in a banking sector, right? We have applied a loan, for example, 25 lakhs, right? As soon as we applied, they don't give it. They will check our previous histories. Clear? So that particular department is nothing but a credit management team. They will check what is our the repayable capacity. Clear? The repayable capacity they will check. According to that, they will give the credit limit. Is this clear? So this particular area here, credit control area, in the sense we are going to define only the credit control area in FI, but the credit limit will be given by SD consultant. SD consultant. Only the credit control area we will create, but the remaining steps will be taken care by SD consultant. Clear? That we will see in this particular point at the time of configuration credit control area. Any questions on this? Any questions on this?
No.
Okay. So next one. Credit control area. Next one. Financial management area. Financial management area. Okay. It is a mandatory component. It is a mandatory component. It is a mandatory component for funds management module. For funds management module. Based on this, one second. Sorry. Financial management area. It is a mandatory component for funds management module. For funds management module. Based on this, we can generate all cash flow statements, all cash flow statement reports, and funds flow statement reports. Full stop. The FM area, is taken from company code, when we assign company code to FM area. We FM area, more than one company code, can be assigned to FM area. See, what is this FM area in the sense? Financial management area. So if we create FM area, then what is the purpose of creating financial management area in the sense? To generate, as mentioned here, to generate reports like your cash flows, what are your cash flows and what are your funds flows. To know that, we will create, to generate those reports, we will configure the financial management area. Without configuring FM area, so we cannot generate any cash flows and funds flows. So here, what do you mean by cash flow statements and what are the funds flow statements? We are going to discuss in depth. See, that is nothing but that is not relevant to SAP, which is related to academics, right? So at the time of cash flow statements and funds flow statement reports, how the calculation will be performed, because when we go to the client place, we need to explain what is the need of FM area, how the cash flows will be generated, and how the funds flow end to end the generation report. So manually we need to show them. Clear? Maybe other ERPs may not have this functionality. If you take a Tally, we don't have this functionality, how to generate of cash flows or funds flows. And even in Arkil Finance also, we don't have a funds flow statement. We can generate cash flows, but funds flow statements, we can't generate it. Clear? So that's the reason in other ERPs, whatever existing ERPs, legacy systems, the client was using. So this particular functionality, they didn't use it earlier legacy systems. So we need to explain them what is FM area and what is the functionality of FM area and how the cash flows and funds flows will be generated and how it will be calculated. So that we are going to discuss in depth of cash flows and funds flow statements. So that probably your graduation final year, which you would have seen, like your MBA or MCOM or whatever it is. Clear? Any questions on this? So this, without configuring this FM area, we can't generate the functionality of cash flow statements and funds flow statements. Any questions?
Yeah, just a question, Naveen.
Yes.
The controlling area and function area, there would be 1:n or 1:1 or something like that.
Which one? Controlling area?
The controlling area, we have 1:n and
N
1:1, right?
Correct.
But for function area, do we have something criteria similar
Same
to
thing.
controlling?
That's what I'm saying. Financial management area, either. So that is not requirement that it should have a same fiscal year of company code or same, what we call chart of accounts. They need to use whatever financial management area we have created, that can be used for any number of codes. It's immaterial whether they are using the same chart of accounts or same fiscal year.
Okay, okay.
That exception is not required for FM areas.
Okay.
Yeah. Any questions here?
So whenever we post an entry for a functional area, then we need to select that function area, right?
Yes, exactly. So first we will create FM areas, and whatever company codes we want to use that FM area, we are going to assign to that particular company codes.
Okay, got it.
So as per that, it will be generate the reports.
Thank you.
Yeah. Next one. So here, this is the, see here, credit control area also we have assigning to company codes. FM areas are also we are assigning to company codes. Okay. Next one. Profit center standard hierarchy. Profit center standard hierarchy. As we know that earlier classic version, this particular functionality was with CO module, right? But the new GL accounting or new profit center hierarchy, it has moved from CO to FI module, right? It is a highest level of, it is a highest level, it is a highest level profit center reporting, profit center reporting, profit center reporting. The profit center standard hierarchy can be created through navigation, or we can maintain profit center standard hierarchy. We can maintain with table also. So we are going to see both how to create with navigation part and how to maintain profit center standard hierarchy with the table also. Clear? Next one, profit center group or subgroup. Profit center group or subgroup. Here, profit center group or subgroup. So first we will define profit center standard hierarchy, profit center group or subgroup, profit center. Sorry.
Sorry. Naveen, for describing each profit center's hierarchy and profit center group, we have separate transaction codes, right?
Yes. We will maintain everything. See, first all the configurations we will do whatever we see. See, first we will create companies, company codes, business areas, consolidation business areas, financial management areas, credit control areas, and whatever creation assignments and everything we have done. At the end, we are going to see this profit center standard hierarchy in FI configuration.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Okay. Write down. Profit center group or subgroup. Profit center group and subgroup. It is used to capture. It will be used to capture. It will be used to capture plan or actual values. Plan or actual values. Plan or actual values for more than 2 profit center. For more than 2 profit centers. For more than 2 profit centers. Okay. Okay. Next one. And it will be used. And it will be used to allocate or distribute plan or actual values from common profit centers to unit profit centers, or from service profit centers to product based profit centers. Clear? So what does it mean in the sense? First, we will create standard hierarchy and we will create profit center groups or subgroups. And each profit center group will be allocated to as per your companies. For example, I want to create one profit center group for company, nothing but corporate company. For example, corporate profit center. Okay. And same time, I want to create 2 or 3 profit centers for company code 1. And I want to create one profit center group for company code 2. And whatever third one, whatever profits, I want to create one more profit center for company code 3. So what actually profits, whatever actual, or we will first of all in budget, we will estimate for corporate profit center, how much we need to spend, profitability, how much we need to spend. Clear? And that whatever we are going to invest or spend on corporate level, that will be distributed among all the other subgroup profit center. All subgroup profit center. Clear? So that's the reason here it is actual or planned. Means, for example, sometimes we will plan and we will distribute. That is not an actual, this one, distribution. So we will only plan. For example, 1 lakh I want to utilize for corporate profit center. Out of 1 lakh, I would like to, for example, 3 profit centers are there. So out of 1 lakh, whatever corporate we have allocated, that should be distributed. For example, 50,000 for profit center 1, 20,000 for profit center 2, and 30,000 for profit center 3. Clear? And one more thing, probably it looks little confusion at this particular point of time, but once we create the profit configuration, once we do, then definitely you will understand how the distribution will happen in profit center and how it is differ from other cost elements. Because as I said that this particular object was moved from CO to this one. So here, when we create the profit center standard hierarchy, okay, we will discuss the difference between your profitable, what is the difference between a profit center, internal orders, WBSC elements, and all those stuff. We are cost elements, everything, or cost center accounting. What is the differences between when we use the profit centers? What is the difference between profit center or cost center? What is the difference between a profit center, cost center, and internal orders? Profit center, cost center, internal orders, and WBSC elements. All the differences we are going to discuss. But meanwhile, just remember that we are going to do in FI module profit center standard hierarchy. Under that, we are going to create profit center group or subgroups. So this we need to create profit center standard hierarchy. Before that, we need to create controlling area. Next, we need to create profit center standard hierarchy. Under profit center standard hierarchy, we need to create profit center groups or subgroups. Under profit center groups or subgroup, the last one, we will create profit center. Okay, this structure, this hierarchy, we are going to call it as a node, NODE node. Right? So total maximum, how many nodes, how many hierarchy we can have in the sense, maximum of 9 hierarchy. So first controlling area, profit center standard hierarchy. Under that, profit center group. Under profit center group and subgroups, we can have up to whatever, but last it ends with the profit center. Any node which starts with controlling area and it should end with profit center. It should end with profit center, means last element we are going to create as a profit center in this particular hierarchy. If we are not closing any hierarchy without profit center, then it is considered as an incomplete node. Incomplete. So total 9 nodes we can create in any profit center standard hierarchy. Clear? So that, okay, just to take it as a note as of now, but while creating this, we will see in depth. Is this clear? Meanwhile, if you can remember, profit center standard hierarchy, whatever hierarchy we call it as we will call it as a node. Node 1, node 2, node 3, right? So maximum how many nodes we can have? 9 nodes. Okay, we can create groups, 1 group or 2 groups. Under that, 2 to 3 different subgroups. Under that, any node should end with last should be the profit center. Any questions on this?
Naveen, cost center would be created where?
No,
In
here we
controlling
won't
module?
create any cost center. Cost centers we are going to create in CO module.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Only here we will create the profit center. So how the profits here in FI model, we are going to discuss how the things will be distributed to profit center and how the profit center reporting will be generated.
Okay, so
And in
so
CO model, we are going to discuss about your internal orders, cost center accounting, and all those stuff. And WBSC element, we are going to discuss in asset accounting.
okay, so WBS element network activity is not part of profit center.
No.
Okay.
Yeah. Next one, profit center. Profit center. It is the smallest organizational element. It is the smallest organizational element in FI module. Organizational element in FI module. For generating all financial reports for internal stakeholders. So it's not for external reporting, it's only for internal reporting purpose. Full stop. And it will be the last node. It will be the last node in profit center standard hierarchy. Okay. As I said that it is the smallest last step in standard hierarchy, right? And it should end with profit center. Any profit center standard hierarchy, it should end with profit center. If we are not creating profit center and we have created standard profit center standard hierarchy and groups and subgroups and we are not created profit center, then it is considered as an incomplete node, incomplete hierarchy. It should end with profit center. Okay, next one. Next one. Segment. Segment. Segment is additional organizational element. Segment is additional organizational element for generating all financial reports with line of business or area of business. Full stop. The segment reporting is a part of new GL accounting. Is a part of new GL accounting. Is a part of new GL accounting. See, first I'll teach, we will have a discussion on business area. Then we will compare both. What is the difference between these two? Right on next one, business area. Business area is an old organizational element. For finance module to generate all financial reports with the area of business or line of activities, or line of activities. Generally, the branches of the organization, can be taken as the business areas. Full stop. We can prepare the financial statements for each business area. Full stop. These financial statements can be used by top management for the internal analysis purpose. For internal analysis purpose. The definition of business area is an optional. Full stop. Under that, write down a note, NOT note. Business areas will be created at client level. And these business areas can be used by any company code under that client. Okay. So what exactly the difference between a segment reporting and a business area reporting? See, like till 2020 or 2019, when the new GL concept was introduced in the market by SAP, so most of the implementation projects clients were using segment reporting. Both works in the same way. Segment will work in the same way and business area will also work in the same way. But here segment, whatever segment is there, that will be linked to profit center. For example, whenever we post an entry, for example, I'll tell you, purchased goods from XYZ on credit rupees, for example, 1 lakh on credit, right? Purchased goods from XYZ on credit 1 lakh. So here profit center, for example, I am creating 1000. I'm giving a profit center as an 1000 and segment, I am giving it as a cement segment. Okay. So here, whenever we, or one more entry, the same entry in old version, purchased goods from ABC on credit 20,000. Okay. Business area Hyderabad. Okay. So here in new version, where in the transaction, whatever invoice we receive, right, in that from who is the vendor, who is the supplier, and for which profit center we have purchased, and this segment will be linked to profit center. So automatically what happens is when we post an entry, purchases account debited, first we will give the amount, and next one it will ask for profit center 1000, profit center 1000, and to XYZ 1 lakh. So here we won't give any segment information to in this particular entry. While booking the transaction, while recording the transactions, we are not going to give any segment details while recording the transactions. Okay, so while doing the configuration of profit center, while creating the profit center, after profit center in the configuration, we will create segments also. And that segment will internally link to this profit center. Okay, so for example, the segment is this one. So when we generate a report after reporting, when you see this particular entry in FB03, for example, FB03, it will show purchases account 1 lakh, profit center 1000. Okay, and the segment automatically picked from profit center, and it will show it as a cement segment. And here the profit center we have updated only in one line item, first line, not a debit line we have updated, not on the credit line. Okay, but here 2XYZ, okay, it will update. We have given amount in the credit line 1 lakh, but we have not given any profit center information in credit line. Okay, so this is automatically updated on the credit line also based on your debit line. So 1000, and automatically it will pick cement segment. Understood this? So at the time of configuration only, we will create profit center, and we will integrate the segment to that particular profit center. Clear? So automatically we won't give any segment information while recording the transaction, and automatically in the report it will pick, because we have connected this segment to profit center. We have one more segment, then we need to have one more profit center. Clear? So in profit center, we can have area wise also. For example, I am having branch in Hyderabad, Guntur, Singapore, something like that. Okay, we can use it as a segment: Hyderabad segment, Guntur segment, Singapore segment, Secunderabad segment. Okay, that is called area wise. Or here we have utilized the term called segment is an additional organizational element for generating all financial reports with line of business. What do you mean by line of business and area of business? Area of business is nothing but physical existence, the places wherever we have a branch. Or we can have line of business. Line of business in the sense, for example, if I take Bajaj group of companies. So Bajaj group of, or else I can take Reliance group of companies. Okay, Reliance group of companies is having a different line of businesses. They are into Reliance Fresh. They are into Reliance Financials. They are into Reliance Insurance, for example. They are into Reliance Telecom. Clear? They are into Reliance Digital. Clear? They are into Reliance Fashion. Right? That is called line of businesses. So we can say that if we have done a sale from Reliance, so for example, which segment we have done? Is it through Reliance Digital or Reliance Fresh, Reliance Insurance, or whatever, financials? So that is called line of business. So here in segment, we can create line of businesses and as well as area of businesses, branches and as well as the type of business we can create. Okay, this segment concept was introduced in new GL accounting. Before that, we don't have the segment concept. Before that, we don't have a segment concept. We have a concept called business area concept. Business area concept. Again, the same thing. What business area will do? Business area will also do the same performance what segment is doing. We can create business areas as per line of business or area of business. So we can create same line of business in the sense same whatever Bajaj Electronics, okay, Bajaj Financial Services, right, Bajaj Automobiles, like that. This is called area of businesses. Same thing. Sorry, these are called line of businesses, and area of businesses, they are having Dilshad Nagar, Secunderabad, right, LB Nagar, something that is called area of businesses. So we can generate reports even in business area also the same way, like we can generate area wise and line of business wise reports we can generate. In segment also we can do it the same. Okay, but what is the difference between both? In the sense, the business areas will not link directly to profit center. So earlier we don't have the profit center standard hierarchy in FI module. When it was not there in FI module, so it was a mandatory to create a business area in FI module. In FI module, if we have line of businesses are many line of businesses or many branches, then business area, defining business area was mandatory. Clear? But we cannot generate this business areas report as per the profit center. Okay, so to overcome that difficulty, what SAP came up with, they came up with the segment concept, and these segments will be linked to profit center. Clear? When we enter the data, then automatically when we enter the profit center, automatically from profit center the segment will be picked. Okay, so as I saw, like according to my knowledge, 2018, 16, from 16 onwards, 2016 onwards, whatever implementation projects, new implementation projects were there, they were not using business areas. They were using directly segments. But after 2020, whatever projects I saw, so they are using both segment they are using and business area separately they are using. Because they want some sort of their specific requirement, that is, they want business area wise, they want to utilize business area, and for line of businesses they want to utilize segment. Both they want to use. So from 2019 implementation, I saw majority clients, 85% clients were using business areas and as well as segment also. Is this clear? Any questions? I know this is. Any questions in this? So in our project, we are going to utilize both this segment we are going to use and as well as the business areas. Any questions?
No, Naveen, thank you.
Next one. Consolidation business area. Okay. So for example, I'm having business, I'm using business areas. I'm having different branches. For example, one, as I said, that one is in Dilshad Nagar, one is in Secunderabad, one is in Tilak Nagar, one is in LB Nagar, something like that. Okay. So I want to have a common report of all the business areas. Then we need to create one consolidation business area. Write down consolidation business area. It will be used to consolidate two or more business areas data. So to combine different branches data. So we need to create consolidation business area. Okay. Last element, functional area. Last element, functional area. Functional area. See here, functional area is nothing but your departments. Here in SAP, we call it as in functional areas, but here any organization will have a number of departments. Okay, that we call it as in functional areas. Okay, write down. It is a mandatory component for cost of sales accounting. It is a mandatory component for cost of sales accounting. Based on this, based on this, we can analyze expenses and incomes as per department wise, or functional area wise. Full stop. Write a note. While creating expense and incomes GL accounts, while creating expense and income GL accounts, we need to mention the functional area. That's it. Any question in this functional area? Functional area is nothing but departments, or clear. So for example, I'm having a finance department, sales and distribution, sales department, right? HR department, CO department separately, for example. Then whenever I am spending something or I'm getting a revenue something for those departments, so that will come under profit and loss account in our financial statement. All incomes and expenses we are going to post in profit and loss account. So for example, if I'm creating salaries account, general ledger account, GL account, okay, we are creating salaries account. So whenever we are creating salaries account in ECC 6 version, not an S4 HANA. S4 HANA, the concept is something different. First, we will see the ECC. So when we create salaries account, then two options it will show. It will ask for whether it is a profit and loss account or a balance sheet item. Clear? So we need to select it's a profit and loss account because it's an expense, for example. It's an expense. So whenever we select expense, then automatically it will ask for functional area. Which functional area? For example, I'll show you one example. So don't see here. For example, you can see, I want to create salary. See, same thing here. It is salaries account. Clear? Company code. Okay, leave it about company code. Whenever we are creating salaries account, we need to select profit and loss account. So whenever we select profit and loss account, then it will show which functional area, which department you want to select it. If you click here, then whatever department we are going to create, all the department names, it will be displayed. So for example, for my company, I have created different functional areas: admin department, finance department, human capital department, production department, purchase department, quality department. So this particular salaries we are paying to which department? Clear? So we need to, it will come under administration department. Who will pay? Administration department will pay salaries. Clear? So we need to select the functional area called admin department. If we select a balance sheet, then it will be deactivated. The functional area will be deactivated. I'll show you one. I'll show you here. See here, for example, equity share capital, it's a liability balance sheet item. You can see here, share capital is a balance sheet item. So here the functional area is not selected. Only the functional area is related to only profit and loss account items, not for balance sheet items. Clear? If you have confusion also, but at the time of creation, we will come to know. Any questions here? Still here? Yes, no?
No.
So here, as I said, that this is about the complete literature of your organization structure. Okay. So from here onwards, we are going to be in the practical part. Clear? So just write down the structure. I'll share the structure to you. But whenever you have a time today or today, just put in your notebook. So 800, I'll share this particular complete structure to you people. So we are going to do Birla group of companies. Okay, in this particular project, we are taking example of Birla. So here, whatever BOCN, this is nothing but Birla operating concern, Birla controlling area. So your company is nothing but Birla Group of Companies Limited. Okay, and under Birla Group of Companies Limited, we have 3 company codes, that is BI01 company code. So what is the line of business of BI01 company code 1? So they are dealing in cements. Okay, we have one more company code called BI02. B is nothing but Birla Indian company code, Birla Indian company code. So we have 3 company codes, 2 in India and one is in US. Okay, so here you can see BI02, Birla Indian 02 company, and their line of business is Birla Steel Private Limited, Mumbai. The same example for every batch I'll take the same thing, because if anyone is attending in any other sessions also, they may not get confusion. So that's the reason the same things we will follow. And we have one more company code we have in US company. So that we have taken it as in BU01, Birla US company code. So that they'll deal with Birla Steels. So it is an US company. They won't call it as in private limited or public limited. They will call it as an incorporation, which is US. Okay. And we have a credit control as per the structure. Next one, we have a credit control areas. Okay. We have a credit control areas. So what are the different credit control areas we have? So we have 3 different credit control areas. One is BIC1. One is Birla Credit Control Area for Hyderabad, Birla Credit Control Area for Mumbai, Birla Credit Control Area for San Francisco. So that is for US. So we have given it as in BUC1, BIC2, BIC1 Credit Control Area. Next one, Functional Management Area. Okay. So here, Functional Management Area, BIFM, BUFM. So here, Birla India Functional Management Area. BUFM is nothing but Birla US Functional Management Area. So we are creating 2 functional management areas, right? So that is for India separately and US separately. Fine. So most of the real-time activities will have the same structure. Next one, we are going to do business areas. Business areas are nothing but your branches. So I'm having in India, I am having Hyderabad business area, Mumbai business area, and one more I have forgot to mention here, Guntur business area. Okay, 3 business areas in India. One is in Hyderabad, Mumbai, and in Guntur. Okay, and 2 business areas we have in foreign. We have 2 business areas. One is in Singapore, another one is in San Francisco branches. Okay, so here BHYD, I have defined it as in BHYD, Birla Hyderabad business area, Birla Mumbai business area, Birla Singapore business area, Birla San Francisco business area, Birla Guntur business area. Here, that's I have not mentioned. Okay, next one, departments. So the same thing, Birla admin department, HRM department, Birla finance, purchase, stores department, production department, sales department, and utilities department. Clear? And so we have a different business areas. So what I'm doing is I want to create a consolidation business area. We want all the business areas, common data we want. Then we have created, see here, we have Hyderabad, Mumbai, and Guntur. So these are corporate companies in India. So I'll consider these three as a domestic business areas and these two as a foreign business areas. So that's the reason we have mentioned it as an BDCB, Birla Domestic Consolidation Business Area. Next one, Birla Foreign Consolidation Business Area. Okay. Next one, FM areas. BIFA, Birla Financial Management Area, which is in India. Next one, Birla Financial Management Area in US, BUFA. And last but not least, segment. So we have a different segment. One is corporate segment, corporate level, cement segment, and steel segment. So till here you can update in your notes. Clear? And one more thing. See, if we have taken server access from the same person, again, there is a challenge here when we are working on educational server. So what I advise is instead of taking Birla, because I'm going to show the project, normally we will have same server access everyone. So what I advise is don't go with the Birla. Take any other company. Create your own structure accordingly. Hope you got my point. If you also create a Birla, then it won't accept. It won't accept. So whatever terminologies I am using here, whatever fiscal year variant, you just change the letters, that's it. Nothing else. Because we are using same server. That is the problem. But in real time, we won't face that difficulty, that challenges. Hope you understood.
Yeah, understood, Naveen.
Yeah. Right. So don't just take the structure of this business, whatever I am writing here, and again create your own structure of any some company. Like don't use BOCN, right? Anything you can use it by taking any company. You can search in Google what are the companies are there in cement and steel or any other things. Then first company, again I'm telling you, first structure with the naming convention, just change the naming convention, but follow the structure as it is for first practice. First two practices, follow the same structure. Means you want to create your own structure. Okay, but change only the naming convention, but the structure should be the same. 3 company codes. Okay, 3 company codes and everything is the same. Everything should be the same. And second time also you want to create one more company structure, then follow the same structure. Means with the change in naming convention. Okay, don't do any experiments in first 2 practices. 2 company organization structure. Why? Because if you change, then there will be a lot of confusion. But when you are going to create third structure, then you can start experiments on that. So instead of doing 3, you can create 4 company codes or 1 company code or 10 company codes. Then you can do a lot of experiments once you understand the concept. So it's a request. First practice and first 2-3 practices follow blind. I'm not saying blindly, but follow the same what we are doing here. Clear in the session, right? Once you feel that, okay, I can do any other thing according to my own, then start with the 4th organization structure onwards. Okay, first 3, change only the naming convention, but the complete end-to-end configuration, end-to-end implementation, follow the same. But only change the naming conventions and letter changes, that's it. First 3 company codes. But 4th company code, you can start experiments in your complete practice time. Any questions?
No, clear.
Hope I'm clear.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So what I advise is if someone is taking some company names, so you can better you can post in the group, I'm practicing with this company codes. So that the other person, if we are taking with the same client server access, then it would be better in prior practice itself. we'll come to know who is already it is occupied. Now you know that I'm going to show you on Birla, right? Please don't take anyone Birla. Okay, create any Aditya group of companies or something like that. Fine.
Yes.
Any other questions? So tomorrow, now I'll share this, put on your paper, the same structure and your own structure. So that would be easy, you will understand. Before that, again, go through once this recording or this particular, I'll share this particular literature now. So just go through this literature once again. If at all any questions before we start the practical part, okay, we are going to have the queries session and we can start the practical part. Is that fine, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. See you in tomorrow's session.